Hey everyone, this is Vibe with Viv. That's for Vision, Inspiration, Believe, and Empowerment. And I am a relationship coach, and my desire is to help you heal, honestly, like from any relationship heartbreak, setback, heartache. My goal is to help you heal and move forward. And I've been getting some questions of recent, which I think may be applicable to you or someone that you may know, because life teaches us lessons, right? And we can learn from those lessons to help us move forward and to get better. So I got this questionnaire from a lady, and I will go ahead and read this question, and we can dive in and kind of help process the situation, how to move forward. So the lady goes, I am a 31-year-old woman, and I've been dating my partner for a couple of years now, and we met through a mutual group of friends. When I met him, I kind of saw some red flags and concerns because he had been in multiple relationships on and off, and he has 2 kids with other women, but his excuse for why he had these children at that young of an age was because he said he had one-night stands and these women didn't really mean anything to him. But now, since we've been dating for a couple of years, he's recently told me he wants to have an open relationship, and I have told him that I don't want to have an open relationship, but he actually ended up going ahead and cheating on me. So now I know he's probably not the best man for me, but I feel like if I let him go, I won't be able to find someone who is able to care for me or love me the way that he did. So now I'm feeling stuck with what I should do. All right, awesome question. Thank you. I always like to say thank you for, sending in those questions. I love having those. And let's dive in and see how we can kind of process the situation. So I applaud you for sending this question to me. Honestly, it lets me know that you are trying to process this situation and make sense of it, and you are not alone. And I understand that in this situation, you're torn, right? You're torn because you genuinely care for this person, although this person's behaviors and actions maybe speak otherwise, but it doesn't mean that all your moments together are bad, right? There are certain moments where he is caring and loving, and that's the part where it's hard for you to let go because he's not always a cheater, even though he did cheat on you and wants an open relationship. So part of you is mourning this loss of this friendship and romance that you had, and then another part of you realize that this kind of person is not the best person for you. It's not the best kind of man for you. So how do you come to terms with both that, the emotional part where you still care for him, but realizing that his actions does not support or are not conducive for a healthy relationship? So I want you to start by first coming to terms with saying you recognize that you do not want an open relationship. So you have to identify what your core values are, right? There are certain things that we can negotiate on and certain things that are non-negotiable. And from what you told me in this writing, you said that you did not want an open relationship. And that's a core value to you. And that has to be, if that's a core value to you, then that means that it's a non-negotiable. So we allow how much we let people come in or out of our lives based off of our core values. So if our core values are firm and we are grounded in it, we set the boundaries for what we either accept or don't accept. So this core value that you mentioned here has to be so firm and grounded that has to be now your deciding factor with whether you let this person come back into your life or you decide to move forward. So first is first, what are those core values, right? Let your core values guide you in this decision. And I know that you care for this person, and the fear that holds you back is that you may not find this love again. And I hear you because you are mourning this person. But if you have this core value that is like it makes who you are and is innate in you, I want to challenge that thought a little bit. Do you feel though that if you have this wonderful core value in who you are as a person, will someone else not find that core value attractive and respect that core value? because someone who cares about you and genuinely loves you will respect those boundaries. They won't constantly step over those boundaries and act out of love or out of respect. So use that core value as a guide. Is this other person respecting my core value? Am I allowing this other person to step over my core values? And if I am authentic and true to myself, is it true that I will not find someone else who would love me and respect that core value? And I challenge that thought because as much as, yes, that person cared and loved you, someone who cares and loves you will respect you. That's a fact. And this person is showing that in this situation, he is not respecting you and portraying love because he's cheated on you and he stepped out. So let your core values guide you. And I want to challenge the thought that you will not find someone else, because you will. And it all starts in your mind. So know your core values, be grounded in it, and know that someone who loves and cares for you will be respectful of those values and will show love by not stepping over those boundaries. So now you just need to decide that that's what you want and move forward. And I know that's easier said than done, but it's easier when you recognize that this person is not respecting you and what your individuality is. And those patterns will keep repeating itself until it now becomes a suppressing thing in your mental health and your well-being. So take ownership of your core values and be so proud in that core value and the things you don't want to negotiate. And then once you've done that, I want you to now know that no matter who or when you meet this next person, that person will respect you as an individual and those core values, because that's what love is. And to say love is blinding, and so can it be in so many situations, but the act of love is also respecting you. And you deserve that kind of love. You are worthy of that kind of love, and you do not have to settle. So let your core values guide you and be grounded in that. So let me know your thoughts on this. How was this helpful for you? Let me know how you would go about navigating this situation as well, because what works for one person may not work for somebody else. And it's so easy to feel stuck, but honestly, we know exactly what we need to do. We just need someone to confirm those feelings and those fears and help pull out those answers in you. So I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know your feedback. And if you have any thoughts or questions or something you want to run through with me, send me an email at info@vibewithviv.com.